Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Sean Lewis. I'm Sean Lewis. Welcome into Rolling with Sean Lewis. Um, I want to talk about the importance of self-advocacy. March is Disability Awareness Month, and yesterday I spent it at the Oklahoma City Capitol, where we had a disabilities rally, where we talk to our legislators about, know, uh, better transportation and no more barriers for people with disabilities and inclusion. You know, I and so I did that yesterday. That went good. I was the MC for the event. I was also one of the speakers. I was interviewed by Fox 23 News, and we had a good turnout of over 1,000 people with disabilities. Um, so it was good. We part, uh, we part, we partnered with DRS, and the organization I'm a part of is called People First. It's a self-advocacy organization for people with physical and or developmental disabilities, but our organization focuses on the importance of advocacy and learning how to speak up for yourself, um, making decisions and choices that affect your life, and at the state level, um, we advocate for policy changes as far as um, no more people shortening the waiting list uh, for people that have waiver services, and what that means is in every state, people with physical disabilities can apply for assistance, someone to help them cook. Oh well, in Oklahoma, the waiting list is super long. I so it's actually frozen right now, so we got thousands of people on it right now. Hundreds of thousands of people on it right now, and the waiting list is frozen. So, one of our speakers talked about that, and we had different messages of inclusion. We were also lobbying for better transportation, and so and inclusion, as I said. And my title in my speech yesterday was "We All Belong." And today I went. Today after coming home, I went to Goodwill Industries job fair and participated in their job, not their job fair, but their resource fair. They had different agencies from all around the state and Tulsa that serve people with disabilities came together in one place to talk about their goods and services they provide for people with disabilities. And then after it was over, I got up and got to give a speech to talk about what Oklahoma People First is about. So I'll just generally recap that for you. Um, One of the things I said our organization focuses on is I already said this, but we teach people how to be better advocates for themselves, speak up for what they want, and teach them that they have a right to make decisions and choices that affect their life. And we also part of our mission statement says that we help people, teach them about their rights and responsibilities as citizens of the United States. But one thing I want to talk about is, one thing I told the people in there today was, we might have challenges. Every one of us got challenges, right? But, even those of us with a disability or different type of challenges, we're more alike than we are different. So yes, I have cerebral palsy. But you know what? That doesn't define who I am, what I'm about, or whether or not I can accomplish my goals or dreams or not. And whatever your challenge is, you shouldn't let it define you. I also wear glasses and I have brown hair, but that doesn't define me. That's just part of what I am, what I deal with. So, what I want to tell people is, get to know people on an individual basis. And, I had someone ask me today, how should I treat you? And I said, treat me like you would anybody else because I'm no different than you are. The only difference is I have some physical challenges. I use this electric chair to get around where you use your legs. But, and one of our advisors for Tulsa People First, he's known me for years, but he went to a disability training, and the trainer said that when you shake someone's hand with a disability, you should match their handshake to your handshake to however their hand is. And I don't agree with that. Just grab my hand, say hello, shake it like you would anybody else, pat me on the shoulder. I don't want you to do anything special for me because then you're taking away the focus on interacting with that person. You're going to make that person think more about how they should grab your hand, how they should interact with you, rather than just interacting with you. And I have people say, when I first meet you, should I ask you about your disability? And I say, well, whatever you're comfortable with, whatever makes you comfortable. But for me, it just comes up as a natural part of conversation. I'm a part of a group called the Angels of America, and what we do is we focus on inclusion. We include their organization is all about inclusion. They pair able-bodied runners with people that wouldn't ordinarily be able to run a 5K, a 10K, a 15K, ultra marathon, a marathon and beyond. We have teams of people that push us. But that's also we can be included in the sport of running, And a gentleman by the name of Kim Roster, who's a retired Marine, his daughter was diagnosed with a terminal illness that was eventually fatal, but it made her paralyzed. So as they were looking for ways to include her in their daily life and interact with her, the father Kim entered his daughter, and I think I want to say the Marine Corps Marathon to run with him, but don't quote me on that because not exactly sure. which race it was. But anyway, she loved it. She came alive. She was smiling. She was laughing. And for the first time in many, many months, they were able to interact with their daughter. And so, um, over the next several years, they they did many, many races with her. I think over 100. But unfortunately, she passed away at the age of 14. But after the passing of his daughter, he went on to found the Angels of America, and I belong to the local chapter, the Angels in Oklahoma. And he knew that if his daughter enjoyed running this much, that other people with physical disabilities would enjoy it as well. And for me, when I first tried it, I didn't know what I would get out of it, to be honest with you, because I'm used to doing everything that I do myself, working out, playing adaptive sports. What can I get out of someone pushing me? But when I sit down in the racing chair, I went across the finish line with my team, motivate them, and keep them inspired to keep going. I have a much bigger line coming up. But I also, one thing I always thought would be hard for me is to play sports. Although I love basketball, football, all the traditional sports, because of my challenges, I can't play those sports. But in 2012, I found out about something called the Paralympic Games. And for those of you who don't know what the Paralympic Games are, uh, they're just like the regular Olympics you see every 4 years, but they're for people that have physical challenges like spina bifida, like cerebral palsy, like they might be visually impaired, they might be hearing impaired, they might be amputee, where the Special Olympics is more geared for people with developmental disabilities. And I love the Special Olympics and everything they stand for, their mission of inclusion. Um, but my dream is I'm a Paralympic athlete. I train right here at the Center for Individuals, brand new sports complex built, the Hardesty Bentley Adaptive Sports Complex. Uh, but I play basketball, but because I can't throw the basketball, I use a ramp, and I aim the ramp where I want the basketball to go. And I've been very fortunate to play all over Kansas. I even have played at the national level. Last year I went to Naperville, Illinois. I did really good. You had to classify 2 years at nationals. Um, so the Paralympic Committee can start checking your results. But after these 2 years, they can start watching my results in tournaments, and hopefully one day I'll be able to represent the United States on the U.S. Paralympic team. That is my dream. I'm also a motivational speaker and a life coach. I have my degree in human services and applied sciences. But I'm just like everybody else. I like to go out and listen to music, you know, uh, go to movies, everything everybody else likes to do. I like to go out and get a drink once in a while with my friends. I like to do that. What people need to understand is people with disabilities are no different than you. We want to get married, we want to have families, when I have kids. I've had the right one, and I believe I will. I want to get married. I want to have, and sometimes we have to use adaptive equipment. You know, I was raised by my mom to believe that I could do anything I wanted to do. I might just have to go about it a different way. Um, so my motto has always been find a different way. Matter of fact, um, in the coming years, I'll have a book called Find Another Way. That's the title of my book. But um, I'm working on it right now. I'm about halfway through it. So I'll announce it here when I come out. But also, um, I I do one-on-one life coaching, and I also I do mentoring. I've worked at summer camps. I've been an ADA compliance uh, consultant, help advancing ADA compliancy across the state of Oklahoma where I live. And I want to say thank you to those people who are watching. Go ahead and hit share on this live video if you would. You can follow me on Instagram at Rolling with Sean Lewis. But go ahead and hit subscribe, please. If this content has blessed you or inspired you or motivated you in any way, go ahead and hit subscribe. It's free, and it just um, helps YouTube boost my video so I can get this message out, because the more subscribers I have, the higher my videos go up on the YouTube algorithm, and the more people can hear my message. You can also find me at Sean Lewis Motivational Speaker on Facebook. But I just want to tell you that just remember, people with disabilities are people first, but they might just have some different challenges you do. Some challenges you can see, some challenges that I rise up to meet and be my challenge every day, and redefine what's possible for someone with a challenge. And I'm working to overcome my cerebral palsy every day. There's more and more research on cerebral palsy. There's a research study on CBD oil, how it can rebuild the neural pathways in the brain, and that's what cerebral palsy is. It's brain damage that occurs at birth, but depending on where your brain was damaged is to how severely you are affected. Me, it affected all four of my limbs. All of my limbs. That's why I'm in a chair. But there's also a stem cell research in Panama, but it's very expensive. But there's research all the time. We just need more research done. On March 25th, I need you to do me a favor. Profile on Sean Lewis Motivational Speaker, or on here. You can post pictures of you wearing green and give me a shout out. You can do the same thing on my Instagram, or those of you who are personal friends that follow me on Facebook, wear your green on March 25th in support. Let's get the word out. Let's get the word out that people with cerebral palsy and people with all disabilities are living full and active life. I went to college. I have my degree in human services and applied sciences. But I got I can't read, but I love to read. But I have dyslexia, which means my brain doesn't process the words as words. Even though over the last few years I've learned to read some, um, I love to read audiobooks. So when I was going to school, most of my books were put on tape for me, and they were read by my mom. When it came to taking notes, I had someone help me take notes or recorded the lectures. When it came to taking tests, I had to go before someone, let them write down the answer. I let them write down the answer that I said, and then that's how I took my test. I had voice dictation software to help me write papers on my mom. My mom should have got her degree right along beside me, because my mom and I spent many late nights typing up papers, crediting, and making sure I had it just the way I wanted it. I wouldn't be the man I am today without my mom and God. So shout out to my mom. I couldn't be where I am today without you. Thanks for your wonderful example of never-ending love and support. And thanks for always being there. I can't drive, so I either have my mom or friends drive me in places when I have speaking engagements. I am a professional speaker, so if you would like me to come speak at your event, your college, your school, your community organization, um, feel free to message me at, on Sean Lewis Motivational Speaker for pricing and packaging info. I would love to come work at your next event, speak with you. I also do seminars, and for those of you who are interested in personal one-on-one coaching, I have a package for that too, so just hit me up. My email is Sean, SEAN, Gods, GODS, man, MAN 26 at gmail.com. That's Sean, SEAN, GODS, MAN 26 at gmail.com. I'll be looking forward to your email. But if you guys have any questions or anything like that, you can send me a message on this video and I'll answer them. I speak at schools too, and so. But I just wanted to tell you that whether you have a disability or not, you need to focus more on your abilities, okay? Maybe I can't do this, but I can do this. And, whether you believe you can or whether you believe you can't, you're right, because however you think about yourself, that's what's gonna come to pass in your life. So just push yourself, discover what you can do, discover what you can accomplish, and I believe there's always another. I always believe there's always a way to do what you want to do. Sometimes you just have to find another way. Thank you very much. I've been Sean Lewis. Until next time, don't forget to check out Rolling with Sean Lewis on Instagram, Sean Lewis Motivational Speaker on Facebook, and don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, hit also the bell notification, that way you'll be notified of all new videos coming out. I would like to get give a shout out to all the people that are watching live. I want to say thanks for that. There's a lot of you right now. So I'm sorry I had to lean for guys, but I wanted to be able to read the numbers. But I want to give a personal shout out to all those people watching. I want to say have a great night. God bless you. Have a great St. Patrick's Day. It's Sunday. It's Sunday and this video is being shot on Wednesday. So have fun, be safe, be careful, and God bless, and I'll talk to you next time. Thanks for tuning in, people. And I love all the messages, and thanks for watching. God bless. Bye bye now.